Hey everybody, my name is Dan. I'm a psychiatric drug coach and I help people recover their lives from damage done by prescription medications. If you find this video helpful, please share it with somebody. It helps it grow, helps it get the word out there. I wanted to talk today about sensory issues related to psychiatric drug damage because I was just talking to somebody about it and it dawned on me that I've never made a video talking about this, and it's something that I had, and apparently I'm not alone because I've talked to at least one or two other people who have had it, and I suspect that there's probably more. So, just when I think I've talked about every single subject related to psychiatric drug damage, there's always something new, or somebody tells me about some new symptom that I haven't experienced or that I haven't talked about before. I had a lot of symptoms, and this was one of them. And the best way that I can describe sensory overload as it relates to psychiatric drug damage is that my brain couldn't process everything that was coming at it quickly enough to keep up, if that makes sense. So I would go for a walk in the woods sometimes, and I would see the trees, the lights coming through the trees, the leaves, the squirrels, the birds chirping. And so you have all this different sensory input coming in. And it kind of felt like it was a computer getting too much information too quickly. And I would just crash, meaning I would get dizzy and I would get disoriented and just kind of feel like my brain would stop working. I couldn't take in any more sensory input. It was like my brain just wanted to shut down. I wanted to close my eyes and I wanted to just lay down. And all I was doing was walking through the woods by myself, a very stressless event that was happening. But still, to me, to my nervous system, the way my body interpreted that was that it was too much. And it happened too when I would try to watch TV or watch movies. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. I remember when I was in treatment, oh my God, and I was so damaged. I was so sick, and they had this room where they put on movies, and they put on the Transformers movie, and I sat down and tried to watch it for about 30 seconds or a minute, and it was like, oh my God, it sounded so loud, it sounded so intense, like it scared me, like it was way too overstimulating. And I think just generally speaking, for a lot of people who are going through withdrawal from benzodiazepines in particular, or any GABA drug, you go through this phase where your body needs to rest, and you don't need overstimulation, and the calmer it is for a period of time, the better. That's pretty common. Also, my sensory issues kind of manifested in feeling like my clothes never fit right on my body. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. I always felt kind of like agitated and irritable, and fidgety. Like I was always kind of like adjusting my clothes, and I never really felt good. I just always felt like the tactile sense of clothes on my body didn't feel good. That's the best way I can describe it. And it gave me this irritable feeling. And the types of fabric would bother me. I couldn't wear anything that was like a sweater that was like, it felt like it was prickly or itchy or anything. I think I've always kind of had sensory issues, even from when I was a kid, but now that I was in benzo withdrawal, it was just so heightened. It was so much more intense. The person that I was speaking with mentioned how when they were riding in a car, the scenery going by was it was too much. It was too much for the brain to keep up with. And I get it. It makes total perfect sense to me. And the best way that I interpret this is just the nervous system is damaged, and it can only process so much information so quickly, and that when things are racing by you, or you're trying to process a lot in a short amount of time via either watching a movie or sitting in a car and watching scenery go by, it just feels like it's too much, and your nervous system it crashes. And it can do it from stress as well, especially if you've been stressed out lately and then you're exposed to a whole bunch of external stimuli. It can cause your nervous system to crash or a lot of symptoms to come on. So these sensory issues that I had, meaning it was like my brain not being able to keep up with the amount of stimuli coming in. I think I had that for a good 3 years, and I feel like within year 3 to 4 it really started to resolve and get a whole lot better, but it took quite a while. And I think it was getting better and better all along the way, meaning that at year 3 I was much better than I was in year 1, but it took quite a while. And again, I'll say that it took me 6 years to be able to play guitar again. So some things for me just, they took a while and they came back very slowly. My healing did not happen overnight. I wish it would have gone a lot faster when I was going through it, but there was so much that I just had to be patient with and persevere. And now things have come back, especially in year 4 to 5 is when I saw the most amount of healing. So I have gotten better. I have gotten so much better. But again, a lot of it was just patience. The tactile things, I don't get that anymore. I'm perfectly comfortable in my clothes. I'm cool. I don't have that irritability at all that I used to have. Thank God, because that was so hard to deal with. And I can watch movies. I can participate in, recreational activities, sports, whatever. And my brain is just, it feels like it's firing, I guess, almost on all cylinders again, where, my memory is much, much better. I don't feel like I have an issue with processing sensory information anymore. So I'm really grateful for that. But it's, it didn't come back overnight. It took time and it took patience. So, if you're dealing with it, I'm really sorry. I know it sucks. I know how it feels. I know that, it's such a long road of healing going through this. So my heart is with you. I just want to take a moment too and say that I really, really appreciate being able to talk to you guys. I feel like this is what I'm here to do now. I feel like it's really given me purpose, more so than even I already had, being in recovery from drugs, from alcohol, from psychiatric medication. So I honor being able to talk to all of you individually on the phone, who are reaching out for coaching calls. And I promise to keep doing my best for the psych drug community and being present with all of you that I talk to on the phone and giving you everything I have. Any experience that I've had that is useful to you, I will explore with you, sit there with you on the phone, and help try to be there for you during this process of this healing journey that you go through. So I just want to say that if you have any other ideas for content or anything you'd like to hear me talk about, maybe I haven't talked about before, drop me a comment. And as always, as long as these videos are helpful, I'm going to keep making them. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.